Come on. Yeah. 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 Come on.
Marco and Travis afternoon show, and that is right, baby. Lakers Talk Daily is live every day, weekdays at 11 a.m. Man, got some stuff to get into. What is going on with that damn Lakers bench? I mean, what are we witnessing last night? We got to get into that, but before I do, you already know your boy has to talk about the beautiful Pechanga Resort Casino. You can always play a perfect combination at Pechanga Resort Casino, the official Native American resort and casino of the Los Angeles Lakers. Skip the traffic. Head on over to Pechanga Resort Casino just off the I-15 in Temecula. Visit pechanga.com or call 888-PECHANGA for reservations and for more information. So what frustrates me at last night's game? I understand. No LeBron James. There's no need to talk about that. Him sitting out on the second night of a back-to-back. No Austin Reeves. We understand that. No Rui Hachimura. However, Gabe Vincent comes back into the lineup. But when you watch that game last night and you see what the San Antonio Spurs did, we're not going to act like the Spurs played this spectacular game. The Lakers had a chance to actually win that game with key players out of the lineup. However, who do the Lakers have to fall back on throughout the entire game? Luka Doncic. Where were the role players at? Where are they at? I understand Jared Vanderbilt's in the starting lineup. Jake LaRavia is in the starting lineup. You got Marcus Smart in there alongside Luka Doncic and DeAndre Ayton. But then you look at that bench, Maxi Kleber. If I see one more Maxi Kleber, one dribble pull-up, I'm going to have an issue. You look at Dalton Connect. Dalton Connect, I have to stand on this. Ever since he was going to get traded to Charlotte for Mark Williams, and that trade got rescinded, and he went back with the Lakers, he has not been the same player since. I understand he has to be a professional. Can those things still linger on? Can he still be feeling some type of way? Understandably so. But you have to be a professional, and you have to be able to perform. Then you look at Jackson Hayes. I think Jackson Hayes actually played all right, and he has been playing all right throughout these past couple of games. Cool. Nick Smith Jr. There was a point, and shout out to my boy Parker Bell. He brought this to my attention. There was a point in the fourth quarter. Do you guys know who the lineup was in that fourth quarter for J.J. Redick? Nick Smith Jr., Jake LaRavia, Jackson Hayes, Maxi Kleber, Marcus Smart. That's who was in the lineup for J.J. Redick. Like, what are we doing? I mean, but again, that's what J.J. Redick had. He had no other choice. That's who he has to go down to in his rotation. That is going to be the issue going on the remainder of the season for the Lakers. We talk about the defense. We talk about them not getting back on transition on defense. We talk about how their offense can get stagnant. But we really don't talk about enough how their second unit comes in. how they don't be able to provide enough production once they do sub in. That has been the issue. Look at this stat right here. Luka Doncic in the first half and last night's game, 22 points. The rest of the team, 21 points. Luka Doncic, 7 assists. How is that possible that the rest of the team can't get 1 assist? Luka Doncic gets 17 points from assists. He scored or assisted on 39 of the team's 43 points. The workload of Luka Doncic was a lot last night. And the fact that they can't go in there and provide a little bit of a production for Luka Doncic, knowing that LeBron is out, knowing that Rui's out, knowing that Austin Reeves is out, that is an issue. You look at the Spurs. You look at the Spurs bench. Wemby came off the bench last night. Understandably so. He's dealing with a knee injury. He's on minutes restriction. Wemby gets in there with 16 points in 26 minutes. Do you know who was the main bench guy for the Spurs last night? Keldon Johnson. He was absolutely working the Lakers last night. 27 points last night. 11 of 13 shooting. He was getting everywhere and anywhere he wanted in the basket. The Spurs get that level of production. The Timberwolves get that level of production from their bench. OKC for damn sure gets that level of production from their bench. The Rockets get that level of production from their bench. But what do the Lakers get from their bench? Performances like that with Nick Smith Jr., Maxi Kleber, Jackson Hayes, who has been playing well, and then Gabe Vincent. I know Gabe Vincent came back from an injury. I know he's got to get back into the rhythm of things, but we're not going to act like Gabe Vincent has been balling this year. Gabe Vincent has been struggling as well. He's supposed to be that point of attack defender in the perimeter. He's supposed to be that guy who can knock down three-point shots. We really haven't seen it that much this season. So I understand the frustrations for JJ Redick when he has to look at that bench and kind of try to find someone to trust. And it's hard. It's hard when you look at that and you're like, man, I have to solely rely on my big three, LeBron, Luka, and Austin Reeves. Understandably so. Those are your guys. They're supposed to get the job done for you. But you know what enhances championship-level teams is when rotational guys come in and there's no drop-off. I know I'm sitting here talking about the second unit, but I have to because the Lakers want to be legit contenders in the Western Conference. They're going to need more than just LeBron, Rui, Austin, LeBron, and Luka. I'm sorry. They got to get more out of bench production. And that what the frustration part is, because I understand LeBron sat out in last night's game. You can make that argument. He should have sat out for the Pelicans. He should have played in the game against the Spurs. But guess what? If LeBron James asked to not play against the Pelicans, what would have happened? They most likely would have lost. So that's where we're at right now with the Lakers. Injuries have taken a toll. They got to find a way to get healthy, especially come trade deadline in the second half of the season. But that's where we are at with this Lakers team. Hey, they're still top 4 in the Western Conference. But let alone, that does not show you how this Lakers team actually is. They're winning games that they are supposed to. That is great. However, I'm telling you right now, they're going to need to find some things and find some way to get more production out of their bench and get more out of every single guy in that starting rotation besides Luka, LeBron, and Austin Reeves. And that person I'm going to talk to you about is DeAndre Ayton. What has he been doing? Why has he been floating around? He is sitting there wanting more production. He wants the ball more in his hands. Hey, man, if you're going to float around that paint, if you're not going to be aggressive, if you're not going to get back on defense, if you're not going to change the trajectory of the shots, that is the issue. But again, I look at that bench points. Lakers, 22 points off the bench. You know how many points the Spurs had off the bench last night? 53 points. But this is nothing new. This has been the same storyline going in for this entire season. We'll talk a little more about this, about DeAndre Ayton, about the second unit, or I'd have to let my partners at Pachanga give you guys a quick word.
At Pachanga Resort Casino, you can rock and roll, sip and slide, twist and shout. Play your perfect combination at Pachanga Resort Casino, official Indian gaming sponsor of the Lakers.
What is going on? Welcome back to Lakers Talk Daily. We are now live, baby. That is right, man. This gets me so excited that we are finally able to do this live at 11 a.m. weekdays. You can always catch me here on ESPN Los Angeles on the YouTube channel, and I'm always excited to talk purple and gold basketball with you guys because this is for all you ball knowers, the ones for all you going in the YouTube chat on Mason Islands, down on Cap, all that, talking your ish. Hey, if you got something, go in that YouTube chat. Go ahead and comment. Let me know if you're a certified ball knower. But we got to talk about it, man. We have to get into DeAndre Ayton because the Lakers got him for the ideal price. They wanted him to be that certified big man. They wanted him to be a rim protector, but they also wanted him to be a guy who can provide a lot offensively. Early on in the season, there was moments like, oh, DeAndre Ayton, he's at the highest point right now. He's playing good basketball. He's rebounding. He's also defending at a good level. Through these past couple of games, I would say these last 2 weeks, we haven't really gotten that same production out of DeAndre Ayton. And I vividly remember one play, and I can't get over it because this is a free throw we're talking about, a free throw. And I know it's the game against the Pelicans. It's time to move on. However, a free throw, Zion Williamson shooting a free throw line. DeAndre Ayton gives up an offensive rebound on a free throw. The ball gets kicked out. DeAndre Ayton remains in the same spot, did not move when a player for the Pelicans drives to the basket and won. He did not move from that same spot. That can't happen. You can't have any drop-offs. When you're the Los Angeles Lakers, with the way this team is constructed, you have no room for error. You damn near have to play really well throughout the entire 48 minutes. And honestly, he has the skills, he has the size, he has the athleticism to be a solid big man in this game. But only having 9 points and 6 rebounds, maybe, I understand size differential. I understand that. But when you see him, if he's not blocking a shot, he's making a very heavily contested, and he's making guys shoot a heavily contested shot, change the trajectory of their shot. That's what a difference maker can be. Not necessarily having an impact in stats. No. This is more, hey, how about you just rotate over and put your hands up and make them take a difficult shot? How many times we see guys just get into the lane easily? How many times we see guys get wide open jump shots against the Lakers? It happens way too much. And I know there might be reinforcements coming. There might be a trade coming in this next couple of weeks. Hell, we just seen Trae Young get traded to the Washington Wizards. That is the first big splash. Superstar guy already on the move. Who knows what can happen? Remember at this time, going in last year, we did not expect Luka Doncic to come in. That was rare. We were all shocked. So who knows what can be cooking? And there's a lot of names that are going to be popping up as these next couple of weeks come. And I can't wait to talk to you guys about that come tomorrow's episode because when I tell you this, there's some guys that I did not know that could be on the move, that could maybe help out the Lakers team. I'm still on the fence that you still got to relax. There's no need to be eager to make a move. You might need to just wait until the offseason, but we're going to save that for tomorrow. However, this game and this Washington Lakers team, NBA is weird. Any given night can happen. That was a night where you look at it and like, man, Spurs didn't really play that well basketball. They really didn't. They didn't go out there and do something spectacular. They weren't shooting the ball well. They were clanking left and right from the three-point line. The Lakers had a great first half through the hands of Luka Doncic. What can they do to keep on building, to get better? And honestly, we haven't seen that moment where it's like, that's a great statement win. Besides that one game they had against the San Antonio Spurs, after that, where has been that, that's a dominating win all 4 quarters for 48 minutes. Good, hard-nosed basketball. We have not seen that in these past couple of weeks, and that is an issue. And honestly, I look at this, and I look at the bench, and it's like, why has it always got to be the same storyline going into every single game? And you look at this quote right here from JJ Redick. The stats don't matter. Just figure out how you can impact the game and complement each other the best. And remember, this is for him talking in regards to his big three, Luka, LeBron, and Austin Reeves. But I look at this as a whole. How about you get the most out of this from your complimentary guys. Hey, it doesn't matter. I don't need you to score. How about you just keep a guy in front? How about you get in the passing lanes and deny somebody the ball? Hey, how about you take a charge, which Dalton Connect did that one game? And what happened? That was a big momentum swing. They need more plays like that, collective plays like that. I'm going to bring in my guys, Graham Metzger, Parker Bell. Hey, man, let me know. Do we got anything interesting going on in the Lakers, Twitter, social media?
Well, Deondre, definitely a lot of people in the chat. They're already getting excited for tomorrow's episode. They're already starting to think about throwing out first-round picks. Seen Keon Ellis's name brought up. We'll definitely get into that. But, Deondre, I wanted to talk about what you said just now about how the Lakers, what is their statement win? Well, when the Lakers get back to full strength, when Austin Reeves comes back, hopefully in a month, like JJ was saying, that schedule is going to get very, very difficult. Just looking at the start of February, you start in Madison Square Garden against the Knicks. You've got the Sixers, Warriors, Thunder, and Spurs all in a row. So, look, JJ's going to have his guys back. He's going to have them figuring out how to play along with each other, and he says he thinks it's going to be all right. It's going to be an incredibly, incredibly tough start. Once Reeves gets back, they're going right into the deep end.
Ooh, and you know what, Graham? I'm glad you brought that up because we're definitely going to talk about that tomorrow, along with some trade names, some trade rumors for tomorrow's episode. Once again, I'm very grateful that you guys are here sitting with me, locked into Lakers Talk Daily. That is now live weekdays at 11 a.m. As always, I appreciate you guys tuning in. For my guys, Parker Bell, Graham Metzger, I'm DeAndre Hawkins. We out.
At Pechanga Resort Casino, you can rock and roll, sip and slide, twist and shout. Play your perfect combination at